Hello everyone, good evening. Myself Neeraj Nachiketa, Faculty of Science and Technology. So I welcome you all to Shubhra Ranjan IS Academy. Now you all know that Prelims 2025 exam and you have gone through the question paper. So needless to say that this year exam cutoff will be a bit higher than the previous year, right? Because the questions were direct questions and as I've been always telling in the classroom that science and technology questions require a perspective from current development. If you know the basic concepts and you have done through the current affairs, then I think it is easier to solve questions, right? And you know that there are important areas in science and technology like space and astronomy, then defense technology, energy, then biotechnology, health, then emerging technologies like AI, robotics, quantum. And I've been always telling that in my classroom program, I've been always saying that these are the topics where you should focus and there will be questions. And now you know that questions have been asked in the examination. So before I start with the discussion of questions with the answers, so a rough breakup, there are 19 questions in science and technology in this year exam. But you know that sometimes questions can be cross-cutting. That means they may be interdisciplinary, which may be connected to other areas of general studies. So purely science and technology question may be somewhere around 15 to 16 questions will be there. But I'll try to cover in a holistic manner so that you are able to understand it. Now, I'm going to discuss set D. Now, before I start with each of the questions, let me just list down which are the questions in science and technology in set D. So set D, when you visit this set D, questions numbers I'm writing, and then one by one I will be covering those questions there. So you have a chunk of questions from 21, 22, question number 23, then you have a 24, 25. So you have this 5 questions together. As you know that they come together, polity, history, geography in a chunk. The 5-6 questions are there. Then comes here question number 44 and 45, right? Then 70 and 81. Question number 70 and 81, right? These are random questions in between science and technology questions have been there. Then coming to further from 70, 81, then there is a chunk of questions are there. 81, 82, 83, then you have 84, then you have 85, 86, then 87, 88, 89, question number 90, and then finally 99. So set D has got these questions. Somewhere some few questions may be linked with economic development and other areas, and even there are cross-cutting science and technology questions which I have discussed in my environment questions discussion there. You can combine them also there. So these are the questions I will be covering one by one. So let us start with the first question, that is a question number 21. Right? Rare earth elements or rare earth metals. Right? Based on that question, and you know that rare earth elements find use in electronic appliances and equipments. So let's look at the question here. Some rare earth elements are used in the manufacture of flat television screens and computer monitor. So this statement is correct. Now, statement number 2, some rare earth elements have phosphorescent properties. Is correct. That's what they are used in the panels, right? And kind of a display system they are used because they can emit light and wavelength there. So both the statements are correct, right? Statement 1 and 2 are correct, and statement 2 explains statement 1. That's correct because of this property of phosphorescence, right? They are able to emit light and produce vivid pictures, images, and videos. So that's what they are used in TV panels and computer screen. So the answer will be A here, right? Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct, and statement 2 explains statement 1. Now let's go to the next question here. Question number 22. This also I have been discussing in my sessions that Indian Railways initiative in order to protect civilians and citizens from train accidents, railway safety, Kavach system. And Kavach system is not only from preventing the collisions of trains, but also meant for unmanned, a kind of gates across the railway lines, and also in terms of helping animals not die because of accidents like elephants. Correct. So now let's look at the question here. Question number 22. Consider the following statements. Indian Railways have prepared our National Rail Plan (NRP) to create a future-ready railway system by 2028. Railways is going for modernization. Recent time, you know that high-speed rails like bullet trains and all, Ahmedabad to Mumbai, work is in progress. Even now, Hyperloop technology development in terms of IIT Madras, that was also in the news. So if you look at here, the statement is correct. Only wrong thing is 2028. It is wrong. It is basically 2030. That means UPSC has asked in this question whether you know the year. That means a fact. So 2030. So that's why it is wrong. Now, Kavach is an automatic train protection system developed in collaboration. So developed in collaboration with Germany. It is a totally indigenous system developed in-house within the Railways Research and Development Board. Germany and Japan are two countries, and particularly, you know, the name of the company called Siemens or Siemens. That company is helping Indian Railways in terms of deployment. That means implementation of Kavach system. Developed in collaboration with Germany, that is wrong. That is wrong statement. See, one word can make a lot of difference. Deployment being done by Germany, German companies across the India, right? Development is purely by India. Now, Kavach system consists of RFID, radio frequency identification device. Same technology what we use in FASTag across the national highways. So RFID tags fitted on track in the station segment, correct. Right, it has that kind of signaling system so that the train, if overspeed or if there is any kind of collision, then it can be automatically stopped. So that is the third statement correct. So question is that which of these statements given above are not correct? That means wrong. Which statements are wrong? Incorrect, not correct. So statement 1 and 2 are not correct. Third is wrong. Third is right. So answer is A. Because 1 and 2 are not correct. Very simple direct question. So A is the answer. Now let's moving on to the next question. Question 23. Consider the following space missions: Axiom 4, SpaceX, and Gaganyaan. Very simple question has been asked. How many of the space missions given above encourage? Now see the keyword encourage and support microgravity research, zero gravity or microgravity in outer space experiments research, which can be encouraged or supported. Is a very tricky language has been used here. Now, Axiom 4 is a private kind of a space mission program, and where you know, one of our Gaganyaan astronaut, right, is going in Axiom 4. That is a Subhanshu Shukla. So that is a manned mission, human space flight manned mission. And you know, manned mission has one of the very important objective of conducting experiments in zero gravity or microgravity. Now, Gaganyaan is India's indigenous, our own ISRO space program for human space flight. That is also manned mission. And we are also going to conduct experiments in zero gravity or microgravity. So 1 and 3 are correct. Now, recently, you know, current affairs, this was in the news, SpaceX, space docking experiment. Now, what ISRO did? Space docking experiment, we had two small satellites, Tracer and Target, and they were docked together, and then they were separated. Now, this experiment was conducted by ISRO in terms of future preparedness of building our own indigenous space station, what is called Bharatiya Antariksh Station, by 2035. So that experiment was conducted with docking experiment and undocking. Now, question comes, can it encourage and support microgravity research? Yes, it can, because ultimately we are going to build in future our own space station by using the kind of a docking. So this particular first step of docking and undocking is also kind of a research only, which we are trying to do in microgravity there. In one way, you can also understand like that. And at the same time, equipments on this can also conduct such kind of experiments. So here, in this case, the answer will be all of the three, right? Now, let's go to the next question here. Question number 24. Defense question. You know, last year there was a question about which of the following is our fifth generation fighter aircraft of India, FGFA, right? MiG, Rafale, all this kind of were there, which were answer was none. Now, if you look at this question, this I have been teaching in my classroom. Even I am giving the handout of this kind of vehicles, transport aircraft. So if you look at here, Dornier 228, that is in terms of Germany, and is part, it is used by Indian Navy. That is maritime patrol aircraft, is correct. Now, IL-76 is from Russia. Is again, now if you look at this supersonic combat aircraft, is wrong. Is again a military transport vehicle which we have purchased from Russia. So this statement is wrong. Is a pair question there. Now you all know C-17 Globemaster, that is from the USA. We have got from USA, right? Is a military transport aircraft. You know, sometimes airlifting and rescue operations we have carried there. And this with respect to Germany we have got, which is used by Navy. So third is also correct, one is also correct. The question, how many of the pairs given above are correctly matched? Only two. So B will be the answer. Only two. Now let's go to the next one. Another very important topic, very simple question here. Artificial way of causing rainfall to reduce air pollution makes use of what? So you can connect this question with the environment subject also there, right? A cloud seeding, you know that cloud seeding experiment and making artificial rain so that the air pollution can be washed off. And you know, particularly in the winter time when the smog condition, and you know about the Delhi part of it, which can be done there. So it is basically answer is A, silver iodide and potassium iodide, which is sprinkled to the cloud, which makes artificial rain, and that will dissolve all the pollutants in the air. So answer is A here. Very simple direct question here. Now I'm going to the next chunk of question, that is coming to question number 44. I'll let it go to 44 and 45 first, and then I'll come to the next one here. So question number 44. This again, in science and technology classes, I've been discussing about Gagan system, GPS aided geo augmented navigation satellite system here. So here, provide necessary augmentation. Which of the following statement is correct? Is a simple question here. Now today, Gagan is being used by Airports Authority of India, and is in collaboration with ISRO, has been developed for our civilian aircrafts, the takeoff, landing, and air traffic control management, and in terms of helping better signaling in outer space or in the space, getting the GPS there. It basically consists of 3 communication satellites, GSAT 8, GSAT 10, and 12 there. 3 systems are there. Now it is designed to provide additional accuracy integrity for our airports and the airlines, correct? It will allow more uniform, high quality air traffic management, is again correct. Then, you know, we have number of flights now, you know, Udan scheme. More and more airports are coming up. There's growing demand of aircrafts and all flights there. It will provide benefits only. It will provide benefits only in aviation, but not in other modes of transport, is wrong. This I have discussed in my classroom, that recently Ministry of Earth Sciences has developed a very important device for fishermen called Gemini, GEMINI. That is a Gagan enabled mariners instrument for navigation there, And this device can be fitted with the fisherman's boat or the vessel, and it can provide information about ocean state forecast. It even can tell fishermen where there is a congregation of fishes, the potential fishing zone, PFZ. Not only that, even it can tell about the weather forecast, cyclone, and all those kind of natural calamities. So it is a very, very important system built which work on Gagan system. Even it can be done for other kind of transportation system also. Even we can think of using Gagan for our railways system also there. So only in aviation sector is wrong. So the correct answer is 1 and 2 only. D as an answer. Right? Now, again, you know that recently it was all in the news. You can take this question purely from current affairs, but you can connect with science and technology. Why? Because of AI, artificial intelligence. Summit, global summit, which was held in France, where Prime Minister of India, he went there to attend this summit. Now, consider the following statement regarding AI Action Summit held in Grand Palais, Paris in February 2025, co-chaired with India, right, France and India. The event builds on the advances made at the Bletchley Park Summit held in 2023. That was in USA. That is USA there. That is correct, 2023. And the Seoul Summit held in 2024. That is wrong. That was Bennett University in India. It was last year, 2024. It was in the news. So that was hosted by India in Bennett University, not Seoul Summit. So, and that was built upon the Paris AI Action Summit there. So this is wrong here. Now, along with other countries, US and UK have also signed Declaration on Inclusive Sustainable AI. That is wrong. US and UK, two countries, declined to sign Declaration on Inclusive and Sustainable AI, which India was promoting there. So both the statements are wrong. Answer is D. Neither one nor two. Every year in the prelims exam, minimum one question, this two statement type question has option as neither one nor two, or neither one nor two, D as an answer. So D is the answer here. Now moving forward, I'm now coming to the another chunk of question there, but there is a in between one question called question number 70. So I'm going to question 70 right now. So question 70, right, that is in terms of Rashtriya Gokul Mission. Rashtriya Gokul Mission. You can consider this to be purely current affairs question also. But why I'm including here in science and technology? Because it uses scientific methods of artificial insemination, IVF, in vitro fertilization, and the methods of biotechnology to preserve, conserve, and increase number of indigenous cattle breeds of India. That's where the science and technology is connected. Now let's look at it is important for the upliftment of rural poor, as majority of low producing indigenous animals are with small and marginal farmers and landless labor. That is correct. In terms of milk and the milk yielding animals, that is where comes. It was initiated to promote indigenous cattle and buffalo rearing and conservation in a scientific, holistic manner. Correct. And there will be such kind of cattle, cows and buffaloes, and that's called Gokul Mission. And this by the Department of Biotechnology, DBT, helping this one. So here the answer is both 1 and 2. Right. Now, I'll go to the chunk of questions now, starting from question number 81 onward. So if I go to the question number 81 and all, so I'll discuss the part of it. Questions are simple and direct. One can easily solve such questions. So let's look at question number 81. And I've told in the classes that fuel cell, hydrogen, all these are current topics and questions can be asked. So if you look at full battery electric vehicles, hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, fuel cell electric hybrid vehicles, how many of the above are considered as alternative powertrain vehicles? See, you should not get confused by the word train here. See, powertrain actually means is a mechanical system which provide thrust to make the vehicles move. In conventional petrol and diesel based cars and vehicles, buses, we use internal combustion engine. ICS, right? ICE, internal combustion engine, to provide the thrust and mobility there. But in electric vehicles, we use battery system, but sometimes there may be hybrid also. So if you look at here, full battery electric vehicles, correct? Hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, correct? And recently, Germany, like, is the first country in the world to have hydrogen fuel cell powered train, passenger train. India has built a 1200 horsepower hydrogen based fuel cell technology based powerful engine. All these are in the news, and I've already predicted that the question will be asked in the exam. So now it is there. Even now, hybrid vehicles which can work together with fuel cell and other kind of combustion engine there. So all of this can be used as alternative powertrain vehicles. Answer will be all of the above. C as an answer. Now let's go to the next question here. It was again expected, and drones are making headlines recently. India, Pakistan, there are also drone attacks and all, which was very common, and you all have gone through all the newspaper there. UAV, unmanned aerial vehicles. Now let's look at here. Is a conceptual question, concept based question, but simple questions. With reference to unmanned aerial vehicles, what is called drone, consider the following statements. All types of UAVs can do vertical landing. That's wrong. There are two types of designs are there. One is that is a kind of helicopter kind of design, which can, with the wings, can go up and hover in the air. And second is a mini aircraft, which can take off and land on the mini strip or runway. So all cannot be all word is wrong. Now all types of UAVs can do automated hovering is wrong. Some of them can do it, which have the copter based UAV, which can, just like helicopter can go there, can hover in the air. But the aircraft kind of a UAV or drone, just simply they cannot hover in the air. So this is wrong. Now all types of UAVs can use battery only as a source of power supply. It is also wrong. It's also wrong there. Apart from battery source as generation of electricity and power, it can be also run by solar power. That means it may have solar panel, just like satellite has got solar panel, and that can run the kind of a system where the drone can work. Solar power drones. So all word is wrong here. So how many statements given above are correct? Answer will be D, none. Right? None as an answer. So now let's go to the next question here. Question number 83. In the context of electric vehicle batteries, EV batteries, consider the following elements: cobalt, graphite, lithium, nickel. How many of the above usually make up battery cathodes? Now, this is linked with science, chemistry, reduction, oxidation. Again, conceptual understanding about electric vehicles, how it work. Again, conceptual understanding about the battery system of electric vehicles. And then facts, what type of materials, what type of elements metals are used as cathode and anode. So if you look at here cobalt is used, lithium, nickel is used. They are used as cathode, but graphite is wrong. Graphite is used as an anode. Graphite is used as an anode, right? Positive charge anode, cathode is negative charge, which provides the negative the flow of electrons there. So here the answer is cobalt, lithium, nickel, 1, 3, 4. So how many of the above usually make up battery cathodes? Only 3. C as an answer. Only 3. Now let's move on to the next question here. So now look at here. Again, this question of 84 I have discussed in environment part, which use plastics. The answer will be all 3. Cigarette butts, eyeglass lens, car tires. All they contain plastics. They connected with the environment now. Now question 85. Consider the following substances: ethanol, nitroglycerin, urea. Coal gasification technology can be used in the production of how many of them? Ethanol can be used, right? Coal gasification technology produces syngas. This basic technology in the news, synthetic gas, syngas, or producer gas, which is a mixture of carbon monoxide, hydrogen, methane, right? Carbon dioxide and all, but it is a combustible gas. And there's a presence of, so from that syngas, we can further chemically convert into ethanol. That is possible. The technology is there. Same way, urea can be made because there's a presence of nitrogen and hydrogen. From syngas, coal gasification method, we can produce ammonia. And from ammonia, we can make ammonia. And from ammonia, we can make ammonium based fertilizers, chemical fertilizers. So this is true, but nitroglycerin is wrong. That nitroglycerin, that is for explosives. So there it can be used. So here, only 2 as an answer. Now this is a difficult question, question number 86, because sometimes out of box question, where UPSC asks the question, and also factual question. So you cannot make a guesswork here. So if you look at here, what is the common characteristic of the chemical substances generally known as Cl20, HMX and LLM105, which are sometimes talked about in media? If somebody has been following those news, daily current affairs, would be able to figure out. Here, it is basically used in explosives. These are explosives in military weapons. Recent time it was in the news. So from the defense point of view, these are the explosives which are used in military type of weapons and missile system and all this. So that is part of it. So A is wrong. These are not alternative hydrocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon refrigerant. C is wrong. They're not high energy fuel. They're not fuel, right, for cruise missiles. These are fuels for rocket propulsion. Wrong. It's not their fuels, but it's the explosives which are used in weapons like missiles and all. There we use it. So that is what comes, and not hydrofluorocarbon. So answer is B here. Let's go to the next question. Question number 87. And this I have discussed in my current affairs session, right? You know that Google has developed quantum chip, Sycamore or Sycamore and Willow. Recently, Microsoft has developed, that is a Majorana. Majorana 1 chip will enable quantum computing, correct? And I had already said that quantum computer is very important this year exam. Quantum chip there. So it is by Microsoft company, right? Majorana 1 chip has been introduced by Amazon Web Services. Wrong. AWS is wrong. It's the Microsoft. So this is wrong. This is correct. Now AI, deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Is correct. So basically AI, artificial intelligence, you have a machine learning, ML. And within ML, you have a core as a DL, deep learning. And deep learning works on artificial neural network, ANN, right? That support the machine learning, and machine learning for AI. So AI, so machine learning is a subset of AI, and deep learning is a subset of machine learning. ChatGPT, generative AI. Now recently, DeepSeek. All these are based on this kind of a technology there. So the answer will be here 1 and 3. C as an answer, right? Now coming to the next question here, question number 88. Now this also remember that was in the news for Corona, COVID times, because that time it was a big demand of monoclonal antibodies. Even Nipah virus, I've been telling from day one that Nipah virus and outbreak in Kerala, we have to request government of Australia to provide us the monoclonal antibodies specific to target Nipah virus antigens. So this was expected question. Now look at here, with reference to monoclonal antibodies, you know that these are antibodies which are prepared through a technology called hybridoma technology. Fusion of myeloma tumor cell with antibody producing cells, spleen cell. So here, so monoclonal antibodies, they are man-made proteins. Yes, they are synthesized in the lab so that large quantity of antibodies can be produced artificially. They stimulate immunological function due to their ability to bind specific antigen. Yes, because since monoclonal antibodies for Nipah virus will bind with Nipah virus antigens. For coronavirus will be for coronavirus antigens. So they are specific to the pathogen. Now they are used in treating viral infection like that of Nipah virus, correct? So here, which are correct? Answer will be D. 1, 2, and 3. All 3 are correct statements. 1, 2, 3. D as an answer. Now moving on to the next question here. Biology question. Very simple question. Virus, living and non-living, and they can infect plants, animals, humans, even other microorganisms like bacteria, algae, fungi. They can infect, and they are found everywhere: soil, water, air, everywhere. You'll find the virus are there. So consider the following statements. No virus can survive in ocean water is wrong. Viruses can survive in saline condition, ocean water. Even viruses can survive in freezing temperature, minus 30, 40 degrees Celsius. It has been now found in deep into the ice of Siberia, right? Now, no virus can infect bacteria is wrong. There is one type of virus called bacteriophage, which is used in the lab today, and that can infect bacteria. Now, no virus can change the cellular transcriptional activity in the host is wrong. What does the virus do? Once the virus enters the host, like human or animal or plant or bacteria, it hijack cellular machinery of part of transcription and then synthesize its own kind of proteins and viral proteins, and they assemble to make a viral particle and then multiply. They hijack the cellular machinery in terms of, so they basically hijack transcription. This is a process which is involved in protein synthesis process, and then the virus multiply by making its own kind of viral proteins. So this is also wrong. So all three statements are wrong. So if you look at the options given here, that how many of the statements given above are correct? So answer will be none. All three statements regarding virus is wrong, right? None is the answer. Now coming to the next question, number 90, activated carbon, right? And you can connect this one with environment also, because of the bioremediation is one process, but sometimes we do remediation by other means, chemical means in the factories and industries. So there also comes, and I have discussed in the environment segment also. So activated carbon is a good and attractive tool to remove pollutants from effluent streams and to remediate contaminants from various industries. That is correct. This statement is correct. Now, statement 2, activated carbon exhibit a large surface area and strong potential for absorbing heavy metals, correct. Activated carbon can be easily synthesized from environmental waste with high carbon content, correct. Particularly from the biomass, we can make this kind of carbon. So all three statements are correct. But now see, attractive tool, good tool or attractive to remove pollutants. That means controlling environment because of their large surface area where the heavy metals from the streams or industrial process can be absorbed. So this statement support statement 1. But statement 3 does not directly support statement 1, because statement 3 simply state from where the source by which activated carbon can be produced. That means from the biomass, organic matter, or environmental waste. That is production. It is talking production, statement 3. But if you look at statement 1, is talking from industrial process, removal of pollutants. And that is because of the large surface area of the activated carbon to absorb heavy metals. So second statement support directly 1, but this does not support the statement 1. So that means all three statements are correct. Statement 2 and 3 are correct, but only one statement, statement 2, support or explain 1. So here answer will be B. Both statement 2 and 3 are correct, but only one of them, that is statement number 2, explains statement 1. So answer will be here B, right? So now let's go to the next part of the question here. So this is the answer here. Now coming to this part, I'm coming to the question number 90 I have already covered. Question 91 I have already discussed in my environment discussion there. In environment segment, you will find I have already covered this, but still I will just discuss that. That is about the cement manufacturing. Studies indicate that carbon dioxide emission from cement industry account for more than 5% global carbon emissions. Statement 1 is correct. Silica bearing clays mixed with limestone with manufacturing cement is correct. Now statement 3, limestone is converted into lime during clinker production for cement manufacturing, correct. And this is the process, calcination, where carbon dioxide gas is generated. So all three statements are correct, but their direct statement explaining 1, that cement manufacturing generate very high amount of carbon emission, that is the statement number 3, because limestone at high temperature, calcination, break down to form calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. And calcium oxide is a lime. That is what is said, converted into lime. And then CO2 gas emission. That is where the cement industry factory produce a greenhouse gas, carbon dioxide gas. So third statement directly explains statement 1, but not the statement 2, because statement 2, silica, silicon dioxide, SiO2, clay, will not generate carbon dioxide. That's it. So here, answer will be here B. Both statement 2 and 3 are correct, but only one of them explains statement 1. That is the statement number 3 explains statement number 1 in terms of carbon emission. So this I have already covered in my environment discussion there. Now I'm coming to the part of question, which is a part which you know that is a part of, even I have discussed this part also, which is connected with science and technology, geography, environment, question 93. That is the tilt of the rotation, tilt of the axis, shifting of the axis and rotation of Earth. I've already covered in environment discussion, but still I'll cover it. Statement 1, scientific studies suggest that shift is taking place in Earth's rotation axis. That is correct statement. Solar flares, you know that outer corona of the sun, coronal mass ejection. And you know that now we have a very important mission going on. That is Aditya L1 mission, Lagrange point 1 Aditya mission there. So there, coronal mass ejection, the powerful waves and particles emitted from corona of the sun that affect atmosphere, ionosphere, and geomagnetism, affect communication satellite, navigation satellite. It can result in power grid failures. That part is there. But this cannot result into shift in the axis and rotation. That is based on the mass balance. So statement 2 in itself is correct because it was recently reported in the news, but this is not directly linked with first. Now third, as the Earth's polar ice melts, the water tends to move towards equator, correct. That is because of global warming. So statement 3, mass balance change, can support statement 1, but statement 2 being correct cannot support. So again, the answer will be here B. Both statement 2 and 3 are correct, but only one of them explains statement 1. Right. Now let's go to the last part of the direct air capture. I have covered in the environment segment, or the carbon capture and sequestration. So now I'm coming to this one. Question number 99. There's a question number 99 I'm covering here. That is part of this. That is from botany, biology and botany. Now let's look at the question here. Plant and description, cassava, woody shrub, is correct. Right, that is correct there. Now ginger, herb with a pseudostem, that is a stem getting modified into that one. So that is correct. Malabar spinach, a spinach, herbaceous climber, just like a vineyard. So it is a climber there, right? Mint, annual shrub, that is wrong. Menthol, mint is not shrub, it's basically herb and not annual there. Right, it's a perennial. Now Kerala and all will find that. Papaya, woody shrub. It's not a shrub, is a again woody word is wrong also there. Right, it's a shrub, right? But the papaya, you have seen that is not having woody one there, non-woody one. So only 3 of them are correct. Right. So here, if you look at how many of the above pairs are correctly matched, only 3. So the answer will be this one, only 3. B as an answer. Right. And question number 100, I have already explained in the environment segment there, phytoplankton and all part. So these are the total number of questions which came in science and technology in prelims exam, and they have been very simple, direct questions linked with current aspect, but also you can easily be able to solve it if you go through the statements carefully. So I believe that all of you, right, attempted this year exam with your hard work and preparation over the last 1 year, 2 years, or from whichever year you have been preparing and writing the exam. It would have been easy for you to solve science and technology questions. And compared to the last year, the paper is again a bit simpler, but I'll not say easy. Right? There's nothing easy in UPSC civil service exam. But comparison, relative term is there compared to the last year. So cutoff may go plus 10 marks, which I predict there. So science and technology is very important component. For that, you can follow my book, Science and Technology book from Oak Bridge publication. There in my book, I have given all such concept, and every year the questions being asked there. So Oak Bridge publication, Science and Technology, you will find in my name, Neeraj Nachiketa. At the same time, you can join Subra Ranjan IS Academy for our GS program. There, right, all important concepts, topics, theory, all being covered in that. So please keep on studying, right? If you are doing crossing the cutoff, start your mains exam preparation. So I wish you all success. Thank you.